A semifinal of a major international tournament is tied. No goals in 90 minutes, no goals in extra time. 30 players have given everything they have, and nothing separates them. So a referee walks to the center circle, reaches into his pocket, and pulls out a coin. That coin flip didn't just decide one match. It decided a European championship. It decided a dynasty. It decided the entire future of how football handles its most important moments. Because after tonight, the sport would never allow this to happen again, and almost nobody remembers the name of the man who flipped it. Let's go back to June 1968. Italy is in chaos. Student protests are tearing through Turin and Milan. The country is in the middle of what Italians call il sessantotto, the 68, a moment of social rupture that would define a generation. Into this atmosphere, UEFA decides to host the European Championship, and they hand it to Italy. It's a four-team tournament at this point. No groups, no qualification rounds to navigate once you're there. Just two semifinals, a third-place playoff, and a final. Whoever wins those two games takes home the trophy. Italy's semifinal is in Naples, their opponents, the Soviet Union. Now, here's what you need to understand about this Italian team. They are not yet the Italy people romanticize. They haven't won anything significant in decades. The 1966 World Cup had been a humiliation, knocked out by North Korea, a result so shameful the squad reportedly needed a police escort to leave the airport at home. The papers called it the shame of the century. So 1968 isn't just a football tournament for Italy, it's a rehabilitation, a chance to prove something, and they are doing it in front of their own people. June 5th, 1968. The Stadio San Paolo is full. The Soviet Union come into this game as one of the most organized defensive teams in Europe, drilled, disciplined, almost impossible to break down. Italy, playing at home, with the crowd, with the pressure of a nation watching, push and push. 90 minutes, nothing. 30 minutes of extra time, still nothing. Both teams have left everything on that pitch. There are no fresh legs. There are no tactical adjustments left to make. The Soviets have absorbed everything Italy threw at them. Italy have absorbed everything the Soviets threw back. And this is 1968. There are no penalty shootouts. That system, the mechanism the entire modern game treats as standard, does not yet exist. UEFA hasn't invented it. Nobody has. So what do you do when a knockout tie ends level and both teams are spent? The rules at this tournament say you flip a coin, not a replay at a neutral venue, not a set of penalties, a coin. The referee is a Spanish official named José María Ortiz de Mendibil. He's had a perfectly competent match. He's managed the tension, kept the game from boiling over. He's done his job. But he is about to do something no referee in history should ever have to do. He calls both captains to the center circle. Italy's captain, Giacinto Facchetti, one of the great defenders of his generation, walks over. The Soviet captain joins him. The crowd knows what's happening. The stadium goes quiet. Ortiz de Mendibil reaches into his jacket pocket. He produces a coin. He explains the call. Italy will be heads, the Soviets will be tails, or the other way around. Nobody is entirely sure which because nobody was paying close attention to that detail. He balances it on his thumb. He flips it. It spins in the Naples night air. It lands Italy. The Italians go absolutely berserk. Facchetti is mobbed by teammates who haven't kicked a ball in the last 5 minutes because they were too exhausted to move. The Soviet players don't argue. What is there to argue? The coin has spoken. The rules are the rules. The Soviet Union are out of the tournament. Not because they played worse, not because they were outscored, not because they missed a penalty or gave away a goal in the final seconds, because a coin came down the wrong way. Italy go on to play Yugoslavia in the final 5 days later in Rome. That game also ends in a draw, another draw, and this time there's a replay the following day. Italy win it 2-0. Angelo Domenghini and Pietro Anastasi score the goals. Italy are European champions. They will go on to win the World Cup twice more, in 1982 and 2006. They will become synonymous with tournament football, with grinding out results when it matters most, with the kind of psychological toughness that defines champions. And it all starts here, in Naples, on the back of a coin flip. But here's the part that makes this a genuine butterfly effect. UEFA watched what happened in Naples, and they were horrified. Not at the outcome, at the method. A coin flip to decide a European Championship semi-final in a packed stadium with millions watching. The image of grown men, professional footballers who had trained their entire lives, standing there while a referee flipped a coin like he was deciding who buys the next round. It was embarrassing, it was arbitrary, and most importantly, it felt wrong. So UEFA went away and started thinking, what's a better system? Something that still applies maximum pressure, still feels like a contest, but actually involves the players doing something. The answer they arrived at, the penalty shootout. It was introduced at the 1970 European Championships in the qualifying rounds, then standardized, then adopted by FIFA, then exported to every major competition in the world. Every penalty shootout you have ever watched, every saved penalty, every missed penalty, every goalkeeper going the right way, every striker who couldn't sleep for a year, exists because of what happened in Naples in 1968. Because a coin landed the wrong way for the Soviet Union, the people running football decided never again. And the man who flipped it, Jose Maria Ortiz de Mendibel, he officiated a few more matches, retired quietly, and faded out of the record books. He didn't invent anything. He didn't break any rules. He did exactly what the rules required him to do. He just happened to be holding the coin at the moment football looked at itself and decided to change. The butterfly effect isn't always a grand decision. It isn't always a genius in a room making a bold call. Sometimes it's a referee reaching into his jacket pocket on a warm June night in Naples, doing the only thing the rulebook told him to do, and setting off a chain of consequences that shape the most dramatic moments in football history. Every shootout, every hero, every villain, every goalkeeper who dived the right way, every striker who never quite recovered, it all starts with a coin.